Today, we're getting drunk on English. Nah, I'm kidding. We're getting drunk in English. Today, I'm going to show you different idioms, different expressions that you can use this weekend to get your buzz on, to get wasted. Hopefully not dead, but definitely, it's going to be a good weekend. If you need worksheets for extra practice for this and many other lessons, you can join my channel as a member or join my Patreon. Let's start the lesson. First of all, there's not just I'm drunk or I'm not drunk. No. There are many different places, fun places, that you can be when you drink. So let's talk about the levels of being drunk. When you haven't drunk anything, no alcohol has touched these lips. This guy is sober. Pronunciation, sober. It's got that nice schwa sound at the end. But remember, in American English is rhotic, so it wouldn't be sober, it would be sober. They have that rhotic R sound. Next, we have this girl. She's had 1 or 2 drinks, and she's feeling good. So how does she feel? She's tipsy or she's buzzed. Notice these are all adjectives. So he is sober, she is tipsy or buzzed. We can also say he feels sober, she feels tipsy or buzzed. In real life, she might say something like, what? No, this is just my second drink. I'm a little bit buzzed, but no, I'm fine. I'm not going crazy tonight. But of course, then we get a little bit more crazy. Now you've had a few more drinks and you have less control. We say that you are drunk. 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 Is that the right? I'm a teacher and even I get confused with these. I hate them so much. But the pronunciation, listen to it. Drunk. In British English, we also say pissed. Now, in American English, pissed means angry. But British English, pissed, no, it means you're drunk. What? I'm not drunk. You're drunk. You're pissed, mate. Look at ya. Yeah. I feel sad. What my ex is doing. So I just posted a picture of that on my Instagram. Someone asked, in the phonetics, why isn't it this instead of the way I wrote it, which is this? Now, for me, I think it's weird when it's written like this because we don't say drunk. No, we say it like drunk. You definitely hear the j sound. So for me, yeah, in your dictionary, it will say like this, but for me, in my head, the way I write it phonetically is this because that's what I hear. Drunk. But I'm kind of stupid. Phonetics is not my strong point. If you disagree, please write it in the comments. Let's discuss it. But then everyone has one friend who doesn't know their limits and they get like this. Maybe they're sleeping in a club. I won't lie, I've done this before. It was kind of fun. Anyway, we call this level of drunk. We might say that this guy is wasted. Of course, dead, that's a good one. And also hammered. Be careful of the pronunciation. There are only two syllables in this word. Hammered. Mate, someone's gonna have to take him home, he's hammered. So let me know in the comments, which of these people are you going to be this weekend? Me? What are my plans? I think I might be tipsy this weekend. I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy, but I'll definitely have 1 or 2. Another way we might say that is I've got a buzz going. I've got a bit of a buzz going. That's quite common too. I think that's it. Okay, it's the next morning. Your friend got wasted. He was hammered, dead. How does he feel in the morning? You see your friend and your friend looks really bad. You might say this. Mate, you look a state. You look a state. Now, I used a glottal T here. You don't have to, but I do. State, state. Notice that T stops in the throat, state. You look a state, mate. And when you say this, you're saying you look really bad. You look like you feel bad. Now, maybe it's not alcohol that made him feel bad. Maybe it's an illness. So, if someone looks bad from illness, from alcohol, from anything really, then you might say you look a state. This is more a British expression than American, so keep that in mind. So, how does he feel? He's ill because of drinking. We call that a hangover. A hangover, that's a noun, and we say that you have a hangover. Or, yeah, I've got a hangover, I have a hangover, both okay. Don't shout at me, I've got a hangover. As an adjective, he could say this. I'm hungover. Notice that the adjective, hung over. The noun, hangover. I've got a hangover. I'm hungover. Again, a very British thing that he could say in this situation is this. Mate, I am hanging. Of course, you know that to hang could also mean relax, chill out with your friends. But in this context, hanging, usually pronounced without the G, I'm hanging. It means you feel very hungover. This weekend, if you wake up hanging, then stay in bed, get some McDonald's, an energy drink or a Coke. That's my cure for a hangover. Just do that, stay in bed all day, you'll be fine. Now, do you remember this guy? Yeah, you're in a pub or the club with your friends and one friend gets so drunk, he falls asleep. Doesn't remember anything about that night. For example, last night he was dancing on a pole, super drunk, super wasted, taking his clothes off, going crazy, but he doesn't remember anything about this. His memory is gone, and when this happens, when you lose your memory because of alcohol, because of drinking, you get blackout. You could also say you get blackout drunk. That word is an option, it's not necessary. When was the last time that you got blackout? For me, I was dressed as Princess Peach in Japan. The last thing I remember, I tried this ice cream and vodka mix thing. I don't remember how I got home because I got blackout. The next piece of vocabulary that you deserve and need is to double fist. It's not what you think, so stop thinking that. Get that thought out of your head. It's not that. To double fist, it's this. When you give someone a drink, but they already have a drink, well, now they have 2 drinks. In this case, you might want to tell them, come on, hurry up. Oh, come on, hurry up. You're double fisting. Drink, drink. Literally, in each fist, you have a drink. You are double fisting. This is also called double parking. So you could also say, hang on, I'm double parked. I need to finish one. So if you are like me and you drink very slowly, often this might happen. You might get double parked or you might be double fisting. Yeah, notice one is in the passive. This one is not in the passive. Good reason. Because if you use this in the passive, I'm being double fisted, then it means the other thing. Don't say that. Or do if it's the right situation. Either way, have fun this weekend. Now some different expressions that you might hear or want to use when you want to go drinking. Let's start with her. You want to go drinking, but if you don't want to say to your friends or your parents that you're gonna get wasted tonight, Mom, Dad, you're gonna be so proud. I'm gonna get wasted tonight. Yeah, no, you want to be subtle. So you might say this. I'm just going out for one. Often, we might add this. Nah, I'm not going crazy tonight. I'm just going out for a quick one. Gonna get an early night, early start tomorrow. Of course, we know that's a lie, but that is what we say. I'm just going out for a quick one. You don't need a quick, you could say, I'm just going out for one. Of course, the plan is one drink only, but plans always change, right? So you can say this. Also, one of my favorite activities on a Sunday. No one has any work to do. You're just with your friends in the sun. I mean, not in England, but maybe you live in a nice country. That must be lovely for you. So, on a Sunday or any day that you don't have to work and you're with your friends, you're playing games and you're drinking during the day, that is called to day drink. Dude, what are you doing today? The sun's out. Mate, nothing. I've got no work to do today. Day drinking? Definitely day drinking. This one, it's not as fun, but it's very important. So, when you go drinking with your friends, you need to be responsible. One person in the group must stay sober so they can drive home. This person who stays sober to drive is called the designated driver. That's a noun. He is the designated driver for the night. Often it's abbreviated to the DD. Luckily for me, I live in London, don't have a car, so I'm never the designated driver. I win. And finally, you want to celebrate a moment or congratulate someone because they did something cool? To do this, the verb is to make a toast, or you could just use the verb toast. To toast someone or something. A toast, that's a noun. To toast or to make a toast, they mean the same thing. Those are the verb forms. And of course, when we toast, we say cheers. So tell me in the comments, if we had a drink right now, what should we toast to? What should we celebrate? Also, use your own examples using today's vocabulary in the comments. Use it in your Instagram stories. If you do that, tag me at PapaTeachMe on Instagram. I'll repost the best ones, and I'll see you in the next class.